Happy Friday, stampers and paper crafters. This is Facebook Live number 387. It happens to be March 7th, 2025. And my name is Joy Borwedge, and I'm an independent Stampin' Up! Demonstrator. I live in Burnsville, Minnesota, and I have been a demonstrator since August of 1999. Not this weekend, but next weekend is Stampin' Up's event for Raleigh, North Carolina. North Carolina? Raleigh? Yeah, Raleigh. And it's on stage. And just Raleigh, North Carolina. Yeah. And so anyways, it's kind of a convention that demonstrators get to go to, and I am not going to be able to go, and I'm going to miss it. And so I'm wearing this shirt that says "Dreamin' of," and on the back side there's a picture of a lady in bed looking up her stamping catalog and dreaming of the UPS man. And so I just thought I'd wear this shirt tonight and explain it, what it is, but it's one of my crafting shirts, so I just love it. I happen to have a super cute card tonight, and we're using an online exclusive, and it is called, let's see, Otterly Adorable. And so it really is, it's adorable. So I'm going to put you down at the table. If you get motion sickness or anything like that, just look away, and I'll let you know when I am done messing around with the camera. Excuse me, bubbles. I have an energy drink that I took way too many drinks really quick. All right, so hold on. So hopefully everybody had a great week at work, or if you're retired, or if you're on vacation. And in Minnesota, we got quite a bit of snow, and it's going to be 50 degrees here on Monday, something like that. So hopefully a lot of this snow will go away. All right. So and by the way, while I'm messing around with the camera, I'm going to get this straightened, and we'll squish in. If you are new to me, pop in, say hi, and tell me where you're located from. Also, if you see this video on YouTube, go ahead and both on YouTube and Facebook, give me a thumbs up or a heart. That helps with the algorithms on both ends. Stampin' Up, Facebook is getting rid of the videos that I have in my collection. So this is video number 387. So I am going to go and try to save the majority of my Facebook videos on YouTube. So that way you could go back and say, you know, I know she did a really cool technique. Okay, I think I'm done messing with it. All right, hold on. I think one more squish. There we go. There we go. I think we're good. All right, I'm done moving. But anyways, Facebook is getting rid of my lives. And so I have to put them somewhere else. And so I'm putting them also on YouTube. So hopefully you'll find me there also. I might try to do a YouTube live just here and there to see what that does for me. I've never done that. So, but anyways, my name is Joy Borwedge, and I have an Instagram page at Stampin' for Joy. Now, I take a picture of all my cards that I make, and so this was Facebook Live number 386, and so I haven't posted it yet. Oh, I gotta take a picture of it. And so that way you can get caught up. But if you like the collage style, go back in and watch my video. It has 30 days to live, and then it goes away. And then it'll also be on YouTube Live, YouTube channel. Okay, and that is my name, Joy A. Borwedge, Independent Stampin' Up! Demonstrator, and that's on YouTube. Okay, now my online store is stampinforjoy.stampinup.net, and you can use the host code CUBD9EUU when you have an order that is under $150. When your order is over $150, do not use that host code, because I want you to receive all the free benefits until April 15th. Then the benefits are actually going to change. Now, if you do not have a demonstrator that you're working with, or you don't know what stamping is, contact me, penguinz33@outlook.com, and I can answer any questions you might have. Now, I have a catalog, and this is the annual catalog. I'm going to squish in just a tad bit so you can see better. This is the annual catalog, and if you do not have one, please let me know. And this catalog, this is the spring catalog, and if you do not have one of these, let me know. And these catalogs are good through the end of April. Now, there are also, so those are two ways you can purchase product. And in the online store, we also have what's called online exclusives. And these are products that Stampin' Up! Put on the online store just because it's a lot easier to introduce new product. And when it sells out, then they can add new product, more new product. So that way, the online exclusives will not be in a publication, but it has still the same benefits. Now, this is a mixed media florals, and that's a suite collection. Now, a suite collection means that it is coordinated to go together. So the artists put the stamp set and the dies, and so they coordinated those together. Then they designed the designer series paper. Words are hard. And so they designed the designer series paper. And this paper has quite a few pages on it. It's a 12 by 12, and it's double-sided. Now, some of the product, as you could see, this is the background, doesn't have, it's more of a subtle background. And then we also have the floral patterns. And some of them happen to be black and white. And then like these here are nondescript. So you could use them for any occasion. And so you can also, with this suite collection, get the plaster painting 3D embossing folder and the low profile dots. Now this one's a mega suite, so that means there's 2 stamp sets and 2 die sets. Now when you purchase a bundle, which is a stamp set and the dies, or a stamp set and a punch, you save 10%. But also you save that 10% when you get the suite collection on that bundle. All right, so the only benefit about ordering a suite collection is you do not have to punch all these numbers in individually and hit the wrong number and get something wrong, okay? You just type in one number, everything comes here, or comes to you, and you get one of everything in that suite collection. And you can also order more. So check out the online exclusives. Another thing that Stampin' Up! Has is the scrapbooking brochure. Now, that is not in a publication. It will be in our new catalog. So scrapbooking products will be available in the new catalog that's coming out in May. So I'm certainly wishing I was going to Raleigh, because then you get the new catalog, you get to see it, you get some new product. And so, yeah, I'm so jealous. But go ahead and check out this scrapbooking brochure. Now, a scrapbooking brochure is made not just for scrapbooking, okay? You can use these products in card making as well as home decor. So look at these products not just as a scrapbooker, but also they can go further for you. Same thing with card making. If you go through the catalog, you can certainly use a lot of the products in the annual catalog for scrapbooking. So the products are, you know, they are, let's see, what's multi-usable, I guess. Very versatile. And then also the last thing is check out the last chance products. When products are going to not be restocked, they go on the last chance list. And some of them are on a discount. And so right now we have products that are from the holiday mini catalog and, excuse me, from the holiday mini catalog, and also the online exclusives, things that are getting low in inventory that they're not going to restock. Once they are sold out, then they will go on the discontinued list. So if you punch a number in and it shows up unavailable, that means the product is going to come back. If it doesn't show up, that means it's on the discontinued list and you can no longer order it. All right, so those are ways you can purchase online and where you can find products. Now, I have this super cute card, but I really didn't like the way I designed it. So I changed it up a little bit, and I'm going to make that design. So we are using the Otterly Amazing bundle. Well, technically the Sweet Collection, because we're using the Designer Series paper, and we're using the, let's see, I always want to call it Irresistible, the Riverside Irregular Pearls. And these pearls are kind of flattened, so they give your card a very great accent. And we're going to be using that. And we're also going to be using the Lost Lagoon soft cording. And so whoever wins the card is going to win whatever the card that I am displaying tonight that we put together. And we're also using the Soft Waves 3D embossing folder. Now that is from the Friends of the Ocean suite, and that's in the Spring Mini catalog. And we're also using the Wonderful Thoughts. Now, these are no longer at a bundle price, so they are on page 80 in the annual catalog, and you're probably noticing that my dies are numbered. So what I did is, now Stampin' Up! Did a really cool thing for a couple stamp sets. They actually made dies for all the greetings. And so what I did is I took that greeting and I lined it. Like I said, words are hard. I lined it up and made sure that when I was doing a Facebook Live that I wasn't sitting there looking through all my dies. Because when you have a stamp set, you know, you're looking through a block, and then these are backwards. So I went through and figured out everything. So I lined up, and so I numbered Thinking of You. So that one's number 10. So I then just go to number 10 and then know that this die cuts out that one. So then it's very easy for me to figure it out and not have to worry. So I am using number 7, so that's Hi Friend, and number 7. So I like doing that. And it's really cool that you can use this for the outside and you can lift them up. So no fussy cutting. And then you can also do the same thing for the inside, is you can elevate that. Or you can stamp on a light color and add it to, you know, a darker color. So it's really up to you how you use it. But I mean, I thought that would be kind of fun to use. And then also the designer series paper. Now I have used a lot of this designer series paper, but I'll show you the reason why I can only show you snippets of it. So normally I do like a sample page. So like this is the sample page that I do. So I just take a 2-inch square and I cut up 2 of them. So the front side and the back side. Okay. And then that way I can take my sampler and say, okay, I'm going to use this background, and I know that this color goes with that one, but I think this one would look really cool with that. So this is Melamambo. So I put the cardstock, and this is also a great way to look at your cardstock and say, okay, I need to put some bright colors together. What would work for cardstock? I mean, it's a great way to do it. Stampin' Up! I already thought, hey, these guys go together really well. So, but anyways, to do that with this, it would be kind of hard to do a sampler. So, like this page right here has a bunch of cute little otters, and I cut out, like the dies, they actually cut this couple out. And so these are the back, you know, these are the leftover pieces of one whole page that I just cut around everybody. And the back side is a really nice kind of a rock pattern, gray granite. And so that's that. Then, like I said, I don't have every page. So we have this side, and we have kind of the water two-tone coloring on that. Now I'm going to put my little critters on there so I don't lose it. Now this page, see what I mean? It would be kind of hard to cut. So you can actually do certain vignettes too. So if you had, say, like a scrapbooking page, wouldn't this be fun if you went to the zoo and saw the otters? I mean, that would be so fun, just to smack that on a piece of cardstock and put some photos in and journal. I mean, that'd be all ready to go. And this actually happens to be my favorite piece out of, it's all different color rocks. And then the dies of the otters, cut out the little baby, the guy with the pink feet, and this one swimming on its back. Now, you could certainly fussy cut, say like these guys out or this guy out. So, I mean, you could certainly do that. Now, that color is blue, balmy blue, and this one here is Lost Lagoon. So you have 2 pages of each. So it's 12 by 12. And so you can flip those around and use whatever color you need. And then here's the guys swimming with some fish. So again, you can use this piece on a card. And I mean, like, how simple is that? All right, here's the back side. Fishies swimming. Now you could, you know, do a header page, and you could put some stuff on the side if you wanted to. I mean, go to the aquarium, go fishing. I mean, I love this one too. So, I mean, a lot of little vignettes so that you could make a card out of just this piece right here. And same thing with this guy. And so, I mean, just lots of fun to play with. And the background side is a bunch of schools, different fishies in different colors. So that is what I have now of the designer series paper called Otterly Adorable, I think it is. Let me see. Let's see here. Otterly Adorable 12 by 12. Now this is actually how I store my 12 by 12s. So the full size pages go on the front. And then the back side, anything that I cut into goes on the back. And as you could tell, the colors that and also the name of the designer series paper is on that little cardboard piece down there. So I always write in Sharpie all the colors that are listed so that it would be easy for me to say, okay, I want to make a card that includes this. And so I have Balmy Blue, Basic Gray, Calypso Coral, Crumb Cake, Early Espresso, Garden Green, Gray Granite, Lemon Lime Twist, Lost Lagoon, Old Olive, Pecan Pie, Pool Party, and Pretty Peacock. Those are the colors that coordinate in the cardstock with this particular designer series paper. All right, so that is what we're using today. Okay, so let me show you the card. This is the card that we're making, and we're going to make you a better card because I designed this and I didn't like how wavy this turned out, and so we're going to change that up a little bit. All right, so let's get crafting. Now, if you do a thumbs up or a heart, you get entered to win the card that I'm demonstrating tonight. If you leave a comment, all you have to do is say hi. You could tell me where you're from. That gets you entered as well. Share this on your timeline. You get 2 entries to win the card. And if you are new to me, I will contact you and say, hey, thank you very much for watching my Facebook Live number 387. You won the card. Give me your address and I'll mail it to you. So that is how it works. Okay, so then here are all the parts that we are going to use to make this card. I give you dimensions so that if you happen to have the products, then you can recreate it. So here is a cute little otter, but we're going to use this piece. This is a piece of scrap that is the gray granite, kind of the rock. Then we have a piece of gray granite, and that's, again, it's a piece of scrap. And then we have the otter with the cute little pink feet. We're going to die cut that. And then we have a piece of Calypso Coral. That's a piece of scrap. And we have 3 pieces of scrap of Old Olive. And then we have 2 pieces of scrap of Lemon Lime Twist. And then now here are the cards, or the parts that have measurements. So a piece of that designer series paper, it is 2 by 3. A piece of Pretty Peacock, it is 2 1/4 by 3 1/4. Here is a scrap piece of paper. When I cut this piece, it was this long. And so I cut this off, and I'm like, I'm just going to use that on the inside of my card. So this is a half piece of scrap, so a 1/2 inch. So we're going to use that. Oops, I should put that probably in camera. All right, then I have a piece of the designer series paper. It is 3 3/4 by 1 1/2. We have these are 2 pieces. This one's Balmy Blue, this one's Basic White, and they are both 3 3/4 by 5. Okay, this is the inside layer, and this is the part that we're gonna do the what is it? The embossing. So we're gonna put all our scraps over here. We're going to die cut things with these, and we probably should put the otter with that because we're going to all do die cutting. And then these are just getting layered. All right, that 1/2-inch piece. All right, so I'm just trying to make it so that you could see this again. Now this piece here is Balmy Blue. It is 8 inches by 5 1/4, and I scored it at 4 and gave that there. And this is Pretty Peacock. This is 4 1/4 by 5 1/2. So what I do is I like to give you the measurements. And number one, if you already have the product, you can come back in, pause this, get the measurements for the things that you need, and then recreate this card. If you don't have the card, but you like the layout, you can use different designer series paper and then have a different focal point. But at least you have the measurements, so you can come back, pause it, and get enough time. All right, I'm going to take a drink. I have my Ultra Red Energy Monster drink right now because somebody was a little tired after they took a nap, and so they had to wake up so they could do a Facebook Live. That would be me. And I'm excited for tomorrow, which is Saturday, and it is March 8th. Heidi and I are doing our virtual meeting. We're having a Zoom class, and so what we're doing is we sent out, Heidi designed 4 cards and I designed 4 cards. And so we mailed them out, and everybody got a packet of 8 cards. And we're going to do a Zoom meeting tomorrow. And so we actually made videos, so that way it's not live on the spot stamping. A lot easier to make mistakes. And so when we make the videos, if we make a boo-boo, we can come back, restart, and, do that all over again. But it's a lot easier to do that when you are not doing it live. So we did the video, and okay, we're going to have to emboss that. These, like I said, we're going to be all die cut, so I'm going to move those off to the side. And so anyways, I made my videos and I sent them off to Heidi, and I'm excited to do it. So the people, what happens is we play video number 1, and then people take out their packets, and then they follow the video, and we stamp along. Now, if somebody has a question, then we pause it if they need to get caught up. All right, so enough about that. So what I am doing is I am finding the center, and on the left-hand side, we're going to make a banner. And so what we're going to do is I have the center here, and I am going to line this up about right there. And I'm just going to poke a hole in it, okay, with my take your pick tool and the glass mat. Now, the glass mat allows me to poke a hole in it without hurting my surface. Okay, so I'm going to take my scissors, and we're going to cut towards that hole. I'm going to have a hard time seeing that hole when it's all the colors. And then we're going to go from the corner to that hole. Now, if you were to just cut up, that's what I can't do that very well. So this works better for me, is having a place to cut towards and then know that I'm actually in the center. Okay, so we have that ready to go. So these are ready. We can stamp our images on the inside. And actually, one of these small pieces, this piece right here, we need to stamp our greeting on. And we're going to put this over here because we're not really doing anything with that right now. All right, I have a dirty mat. And I like to start with the clean one, and I forgot to change it. So anyways, my Stampin' Pearson mat, we can always go to the back side. It's not as messy. Okay, so we could take our greeting. That's going to say, hi, friend, and we're going to use Memento ink. Okay, and somebody's going to win this card, and we're just going to tap, tap, tap. And on the inside, it's going to say, thinking of you. So hopefully you have a friend that you can send a card to. And there we go. Turns out really nice. All right, we're going to clean that off in just a moment. So we're going to let that dry, but we have to die cut it. So we're going to put that in our pile of things to die cut. And this is the back side, so we're not doing anything when we're embossing that. So I'm trying to do things in order, in logical order. When I design a card, I might start one way and end up totally in a different spot. And, ooh, there is a fuzzy. Let me just get that with not my fingernails, because I don't have any. And that way I won't get ink on anything. Okay, so let's try that again. Just tap, tap, tap. All right, so we're going to do the thinking of you right there. We're just going to allow that ink to transfer because it's photopolymer. And when you're doing photopolymer stamping, you want to have the Stampin' Pearson mat. And this is just a piece of copy paper. I tape it on just so that, as you can see, things get stamped off, and that way I don't make, I don't stamp on this or get this all dirty. It cleans off really nice, but I'm not done with my card yet, so I don't want to set this in anything. Okay, so now this piece is going to go down here, but we have some die cuts to add to it. So we're not going to do anything with that until we're done. So I'm going to put that off to the side. Now I'm going to grab my Stampin' Pearson, or sorry, the Stampin' Cut and Emboss machine, and I really love our Stampin' Cut. Now I'm going to squish out so that you could see this better. Okay, so when you get this, number one, this folds up, okay, so that it's a lot easier. Do I got something in my center? Do I have something stuck up in there? Okay, so this closes up just like that. So it actually helps your storage. And so when you're ready to use it, you just open it up and there you go. And so it comes with this platform. This is number one that you can see. And there are several different ways to use this platform. You can use this with thin dies, and we're going to be doing that. So I'll show you the proper sandwich. They call it a sandwich. And then we also do embossing, 3D embossing folders. And so I'm going to show you how to do that as well. Now it comes with a number 2 platform. And then it comes with cutting plates. Now this one is really loved. You can't really see through it, but I try to keep one pretty clear. It got used a couple times the wrong way, but that's what happens when you have stamp camps Now, a stamp camp is when people come to my house and create projects. All right, so this is not going to be die cut. That's going to be used in the folders. So I am just going to lay out all my pieces. Actually, I'm going to put that over here so I can guide it better. And we're going to we're going to do one thing like that. We're going to do two different, I'm going to have to run this one in again. So we're going to have to do two. So I have a magnetic sheet, and this is when I do my die cutting, I like to have my dies, sitting next to me. So then that way, as soon as I get done with it, I put it on this sheet. That way, when I am done, they don't fall off and they don't get lost in the carpet. Now, my cats are pretty good at staying off my stamping table when I'm around. However, I do not know if they ever get up here when I'm not here. So I don't know. My stamp room is my bedroom. I should say my bed is in my stamp room, because when I'm home, I'm either hanging out with my husband in the living room, in the kitchen, or I'm in my stamp room. All right, so what I am going to do is I'm going to cut my rocks, okay? But I'm also going to attach them to a piece of cardstock. And the reason why is because I want to give it a little stability, because we're putting that up on dimensionals. Now, we could say the same thing about the otter, I guess, but I'm putting more dimensionals behind the otter. So, all right, let's get these guys cut out perfectly. So get my dies in their right spot. I'm trying to make it so that you don't have too much of an outline compared to the other one. Okay, so we'll put a piece of Post-it note there. Now this one cuts out the word "hi friend" perfectly. And I just want to make sure it's straight. And it's kind of hard to do it while looking through a camera. So I kind of moved over to the side here. So if it sounds like I'm in a little different spot, I am. All right, so another Post-it note there. Now these guys do not need to be with a Post-it note. All right, so now we're ready to go. And we're just going to put the other cutting plate on top. And we're just going to, oh, nope. We're not going to do that. I did not see, I mean, I wasn't paying attention to that Post-it note was going to hit the edge. All right. Okay, so we started cutting on certain things, so we're just going to have to just start that again. And hopefully nothing moved. All right, so now that it grabbed onto the plates, we're just going to roll that through. Now, when you have dies that have like a flat edge, you want to make sure that you have that going in at an angle, because you do not want to put a lot of excess pressure onto your dies. Okay, so now see, I'm going to grab my magnet. And so as soon as I get done with one, all right, my fishies are going to end up, I'm going to try to take this out very nicely. See all those? Those guys are, that's a bunch of fish. So I'm going to leave this facing up until one escaped. So one school of fish left. But you can certainly do a multiple of this and then use that as a sponge, like a stencil, and make a fish stencil. Okay, so those two, there we go. These are big fish. Okay, and we're going to put those right there. That is seaweed, so we'll flip that up side down. Like I said, we have to go back in. Here is our otter. Oh, that cut out just perfectly. All right. Then these are our rocks. And this is, now again, you can use that negative form in something. You can use that as a stencil. There's one. And there's our die. Isn't that pretty? I mean, again, you can use that. We'll just drop that. And we'll do the high friend. And I'm wondering if I can do that again and have a better look. I mean, it's okay. And I dropped it on the floor, so, oh, there it is. See how it's kind of small, but it's kind of over to the left. So I'm going to stamp that again. So I'm going to get another an old olive piece. And I'm just going to move that right there. Let's get rid of the rock so we can put that, all our items over here. And can use the people poker on our take your pick tool and poke that out. There's our cool rock. You know, might be able to put some of those rocks on the inside, I guess. We'll see. Like I said, I was thinking about gluing those onto the back side so I'd have a better... Okay, I'm done with that rock. And got to do that one again. So rather than just poking it out, you can just drop your... Hi, Sharon, welcome. So just rather than poking everything out, just drop it on your glass mat. It comes out mostly. And however, we are leaving the fishies in there until we need them. But like I said, we need to do this one again. And I'm going to go grab another piece of scrap paper. I can show you how this is my, this is an old stamping case, and this used to be for wood, and we used to sell these, and I bought a bunch of them, and so each family has 2 cases. One for the first, they go in alphabetical order for each family. So I have Regals, so 2 for Regals. So alphabetically, the first 5 go on the left-hand side, and the last 5 go on the right-hand side. And so then that way I know which side they're on based upon alphabetically. So I know to look on the right or the left. But here I need a piece of old olive. So anything that is less than a quarter sheet goes in here. And if, and that doesn't happen too much, one of my bins gets, one of these gets way too full, then what I'll do is I'll purge, and I'll throw away anything that is less than an inch, or the smallest piece. Okay, so that one looks pretty scrappy. So we'll stamp on that and see if we could do Hi Friend better. But I try to keep, you know, all my gorgeous, great pieces next together. And it helps me to use my scrap pieces. And sometimes I'll go in and I'll actually say, okay, what card, or not necessarily what card, but what color cardstock do I have a lot of, and of the scraps. And so I'll try to build a card based upon a lot of my scraps, and I'll do it that way. And I know that's a really weird way to do it, but if you're collecting scraps, you might as well use them for something. So sometimes I design a card using a lot of die cuts, kind of like this card. Oops, my hat just hit the... All right, so now we're going to go, and we'll try to do this again. Let's see. Like I said, I want to cut it straight. Okay, I think I got it. All right. I mean, I got, as you can tell, more scrap. All right, so let's get our leaves going. Move the magnets out of the way, and let's try cutting. All right. That looks a lot better. Okay. I mean, somebody's going to win this card. I want to have it, you know, look nice. Okay, so I will literally throw that piece away. Make sure to not throw my die away, and throw the scrap piece away. And then take that out, drop it, put that back. All right. So now we have our Hi Friend for the front of the card, and we're going to take away everything except for platform number 1. And we're going to use the Soft Waves 3D embossing folder. Now, it doesn't really matter which way you have your embossing folder. So you can have it this way, and you can have it this way. So it depends on what you're doing with it. So I'm going to take my balmy blue, and I'm going to line it up with that black line right there. Put my lid back down. So this is actually the front of the embossing folder, because the Stampin' Up! Logo is right there. And I'm going to grab my platform number 4, and this is the dark gray one. That is the only thing that you put on top. And I'm actually going to move this a little bit closer so that glare is not on it. And you always want to put your seam to your folder going towards the rollers. If you do not, I will guarantee you will break your folder, and maybe you might break your Stampin' Cut Emboss machine. So, I mean, look at that texture on that. I mean, how beautiful is that? Okay, so like I said, the Soft Waves is from the Friends of the Ocean Suite collection. And I'm going to put it back in there so I don't put it in the wrong spot. All right, so we are done with our Stampin' Cut and Emboss machine. And I'll just roll that so that's in the center there. Okay, so we're gonna drop the fishies. Ooh, there we go. That last one came out. There we go. We're going to have our pile of fish over here and our dies. It's clean, so it's good. All right. So let's get our rock. So what I did in the original card was I actually had the plain gray granite, and I forgot that I actually had this designer series paper. And so I figured, because this is designer series paper and it's a little bit more flimsy, I was going to adhere it to the cardstock so that it would be a little bit easier to work with. All right, so I'm going to put my greens over here and the big fishies. All right, so I'm going to grab my silicone mat. So it's a lot easier for me to adhere things to. And then when I'm going to be working with glue, the same thing, is I love my silicone mat. So I'm actually just going to take this piece, and like I said, I'm going to attach it to its original rock, just so that it stands better. There we go. We could have done the same thing with our otter, but I'm going to be using quite a few dimensionals on it, so I didn't think it would be, you know, flimsy. All right. There we go. So our rocks are good. Okay. And let's go in and finish the rest of our inside of the card. So we're going to take the small one, and I'm going to grab my glue. All right. My friend gave me this, so that is on my station. So again, thank you, Carolyn, because I know you're going to come watch this, probably my replay. Now, Thursday, I can't say I normally do my Facebook Lives on Thursday anymore, because I haven't really done a lot of Facebook Lives on Thursday, just because I've been working later, or I come home and I don't get it prepped in time, and I did not get it prepped in time. So I'm like, that's why I am doing a Facebook Friday. So that's why. All right, so this is a bigger one. I'm only doing the bottom and then this little guy, because I want kind of the shadowy. So it's only, it's done that on purpose. That's what I'm trying to say. All right, so there we go. Okay, so this is, like I said, this is the inside of the card. And this fishy, the big fishies are going on the inside. All right, so we're going to add a little bit of glue right there. And I'm leaving the tail alone just because I need a place to put the tail. Okay. Or, I mean, I need to be able to grab it. Okay, so this guy is going to be hanging out in the seaweed. Oops. I want to see his tail. Okay. And this guy is coming out of the seaweed. All right. Yay. All right. So then now we're going to take that scrap piece of paper and we're going to add our adhesive. And we're going to put this down. I want a little bit of white showing. Okay. And then we're going to cut that off. Because I like to bring a little bit of the outside to the inside of the card. I mean, kind of bring the party to the inside too, you know. I mean, how cute is that? Now we're not done. We have to wait. So we're going to add this to the inside of the card base. First of all, we're going to put that over here. However, this is the one that we did the 3D embossing folder on. So this is the back side, and we're going to add adhesive all the way around because we want to make sure that there is no bubbling up. Because I'll show you the original card. Again, we'll compare it. So this is color on color, tone on tone, and we're going to get that all the way around. I mean, how pretty is that? There's a little bit of adhesive over here. Squish that back in. Okay, so now we can put this on the inside of the card. All right, there we go. And so that's where we're at. And then now we're going to add this to our pretty peacock base. That's going to go right here. So I like doing this a lot. I do this kind of the majority of my cards because I really love that border. And when you open up the card, you again get to see that border. If the pretty peacock was on the front page, you would not see that. So I like to, you know, showcase that color in different places. So that's how I do that. Oh, you know what? I didn't squish back in. There we go. Sorry about that. Okay, so now we are going to put dimensionals on the back side of this. Now this is going to go right here, okay? And we're going to grab our dimensionals. I'm going to use my people poker, my take your pick tool. I call this the people poker because I am the people it pokes. And I am putting this as close to the edge on this side as I possibly can. Okay, I'm not going to put anything on the inside. Okay, and the reason why is because this is actually going to sit on top. And so when you're mailing it, it's not going to have double dimensionals because this is going to be on dimensionals. And so when it goes through the mail, okay, it's not going to cost you extra to send it to whomever you wish. So I'm going to take my people poker and just stab and grab. So at a slight angle, grab those backings. And then this doesn't end up all over your table. Oops, I missed one. And you just take that, throw that away, okay? And that way, it keeps a neater, because I'm going to put that back on just, until I need it again. All right, so again, we're going to put that kind of right here. All right, push that down. All right, so now we're going to take that soft cording. I really, really, really love this cording. I'm surprised they actually don't sell out of it because it's so nice. I always take my scissors and put notches. Depends on, I haven't gotten to this side yet, but I always put notches in here so I can always find the end. I mean, this feels just divine. Yeah, I know. I'm a dork. And then I'm just going to slide that through underneath. Doo-doo-doo. And you're going to come out, right? To the other side? Okay. All right. So I am going to take a mini glue dot. Oops. I put that cover back on. All right. So I'm going to take a mini glue dot and I am going to put that right in the center there. Okay. This is going to help me tie my bow. Now, I did not want to tie my bow until it was attached to the card because it gives you stability and you're not going to fight with it as much. Now, doing the mini glue dot, same reason. It's not going to give you as much problems. So I'm going to try to not do a lot of wasting and snip that off. And I am going to tie my knot. Well, the knot, kind of, and then push down. So see now, see how this just kind of undoes? Oh my goodness. One would think that I don't know how to speak. Well, that's true, and see, I'm going to stick that back in the bag and I will find my end and it will not be unraveled because that would drive me crazy. Yeah, I know. The smallest things, right? All right, I'm going to take a drink. All right. Now I'm going to make my bow. And, okay. So I'm just going to try to even that out a little bit. All right. Loosen that up. I'm going to make it smaller because it's very slippery. It's hard to like tighten. Ooh, that turned out like perfectly. And I don't even have to snip anything off. I'm like, wow. Okay, I did not do that on purpose. This is a tip. On your glue dots, put like a piece of string. I put this in here, tied it around it, and then that way it's loose because that way you don't, you can move it. And so what you do is you just pull this back and it allows the first one to come up. That's the one you use. So it helps you use all your mini glue dots without having to waste any. Okay, so then now let's work on this piece right here. So we're going to develop our background. And so we're going to do the same thing we did on the inside, is we're not going to put glue on all of it. We're just going to leave it free. Okay. Put that back in my hole, my joy hole. Okay. And we're going to put that right there. Okay, just hold that for a second. Then we are going to put that. I'm just doing 2 on this one. Oops, get back here, Joy. Hold my glue. Okay, so that's going to go over there. And then this one, and I can use the tip of my glue to kind of spread it out if it's too much. Okay. And again, we're just allowing that ink or that glue to kind of dry that up. Okay, so this is where my rocks come in. Now, my medium rock is going to get adhered straight on. Okay, so that is going to go off the page and into the corner here. Okay, then this one, this is my big rock. So I'm actually going to do something different. I'm going to take the next mini glue dot, and I'm going to take your pick tool, my people poker, and I'm going to kind of roll up, and I'm going to lay that right there. It's kind of popped up, so it gives it a little dimension, but not as much as a glue dot. I mean, sorry, a dimensional, okay? So there's a little dimension to it, but it's going to hold it in place. Okay, there we go. See, there's a little shadow there. Now this one, that one's going to get a mini dimensional, and I am very close to my edge, so I'm going to use my adhesive scissors and give that good. You got one card, Sherry. You should be getting more. You are welcome. Thank you for watching, and welcome. Yeah, you have more than just one coming to you there, little lady. All right. And it was so good to see you at the event. All right. Are you doing our event tomorrow? The virtual? All right, so this rock is going to go right here. Okay. All right, so we have 3 rocks. So one is on a little bit of dimension. Yay! Yay, yay, yay. That's cool. Okay. And so then this one is directly on, and this one's on a dimensional. Now this is the greeting. I'm going to actually add a little adhesive, and that's actually going to go on the rock. Do, do, do. I mean, that's going to be so cute. Okay, and then this guy, the one that we use die cuts on, we are going to put dimensionals. Oops, move the little ones out of my way, and I need those too. Okay, so we're going to put, like I said, we're going to put quite a few of them on here. Okay. Well, see, the ones for tomorrow are going to be different. One of the lobster claw, the lobster, that is going to be similar but not the same. Instead, I mean, the design of the card is the same, but it uses the designer series paper. So, and the seagulls, that's totally different. I'm going to be doing a Facebook Live on Sunday featuring the virtual cards. All right. So, like I said, I didn't have... So the rocks, because these were designer series paper, and I put them on cardstock. So I glued those onto the cardstock. Whereas this one, I knew that I was going to put a bunch of dimensionals behind it, so I didn't think it was going to be droopy. All right. Okay, so let's take off that. Okay. Gosh darn it. Come on. Now, if you are new and you didn't hit the... if you didn't catch the beginning, this is the Otterly Adorable Sweet Collection. It's the online exclusive. And we're also using the Soft Waves embossing 3D embossing folder from the Friends of the Ocean. All right, so here we go. We're going to put this guy right here. Okay. All right. There we go. So, I have all these fishes. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to sit down just because some of those fishes are that small and I want to, yeah, I agree with you, Sherry. He is adorable. Okay. The dies make it fun. All right. So I'm going to use my Take Your Pick tool and I'm going to, it's like, stop it. That's why I'm sitting down, is so that I can get here. Grr. Don't make me growl at you, fishy. I'm turning these over so that they are facing the right way, because I am just going to use glue spots on here to help with the fishies, because putting glue on the back side of these guys would be, as you can see, very impossible with trying to get them. What's going on, Benji? Is Bert sitting in your spot? Okay. Right. So we are going to use the glue and we're going to go we're going to make a couple glue spots. Okay. And once I get done orchestrating where the fishies are going, then I'll pop back up and answer any questions anybody has. All right. So while they're not done drying, or while they're still a little wet, I can maneuver with my people poker Okay, where do I want him to go? All right. I think I'm going to lift up my seaweed, because that's actually the reason why I didn't want to have my glue, my seaweed all the way down, because I want to be able to maneuver my fishies. Oops, I lost him. All right, flip over, buddy. Let's go. All right. There we go. There's one fishy, two fishy, three fishy, four. All right. Okay, there we go. And then we've got to get the guys down at the bottom. Okay, and then I have one right there. Come on. One right there, one right there. All right, so we're gonna grab big guy and two little guys. Whoops, there we go. is just adorable, isn't it? I make myself giggle with these guys. I mean, the designer series paper is so sweet. All right, so I'm done with the mini dimensional, or the mini glue dots. So I'm going to tear off that tail and put that back where it goes. Now this guy is going to go on dimensionals. So remember that this piece right here is on dimensionals. So we're only putting dimensionals on the top and the bottom. So when it goes through the mail, the otter is not hitting other dimensionals. And so that way it will, you know, hopefully cost less, whoever wins this card. Okay, so we'll get more dimensionals. You would think that Benji does not get any attention, right, buddy? He's sitting there staring at me like he wants me to pet him. He lets me know. All right, so again, we're just going to take those backings off. Okay, throw that away. And where did I put my lid? There we go. Put my lid. Okay, and so we're going to put that right in the center there. Okay. All right, so I'm going to put the lid back on my glue, seeing as how we are done. And we're going to get out we're done with the silicone mat, so we can put that back. And now we're going to get out the Riverside Irregular Pearls. And that part right there is gone because I used them for the virtual event. All right, so we're going to take this one. This one's the big one. And we're going to put that one right there. And then we're going to take a small one and put that right on the rock. And then we're going to put another one right there. So we are creating a triangle with that. And then you know what's next. Winkastella. All right, put that back in there. And we are going to do the fishies. We'll have glittery fishies. And you know what, let's do the greens too. You don't have to do the whole thing. We can just kind of do like where the veins would be. Get the inside of there. You know, because seaweed, you know, glistens. All right. Daddy fishy, baby fishy, mama fishy. All right. Got to get the little baby in there. Oops. And got to get the one with the tail hanging out. All right. I mean, like, how sweet is that? All right. Then we're going to do the inside with the big fishies. These are goldfish. Big goldfish. The fish that smiles back. Right. Put a little glitter on his tail. All right. And then again, we'll do the greens. Right? I mean, so cute. Okay, so who wants to win this card?
Okay, so if you would like to win this card, let's see, this is the Otterly Adorable Hey Friend, and that is the inside. You could see the Winkostella glittering there. So, thank you very much, Sherry. So, if you enjoyed this video, give me a thumbs up or a heart. Then leave a comment. Now, a thumbs or a heart will get you entered into the drawing. And leave a comment, and that will get you entered into the drawing. And then share this on your timeline. And that will get you entered into the drawing. Now, I know that people are going to see this on YouTube because I am taking my videos and also transferring them to YouTube. So if you can follow me and subscribe to my YouTube channel, then you will get notifications when I upload my video replay on there as well, because Facebook is going to delete my archive of videos. So today happens to be 387. So I have 387 videos. So my videos from last week and on will only be around for 30 days, and then they will delete them. The past ones are going to be deleted, I believe, June 1st. So like my first Facebook Live, which if you want to find something funny, go ahead, because it took me probably until about Facebook Live 100 till I felt normal doing them. I always felt so nervous. I still do every once in a while. But anyways, I might have to figure out YouTube winners, because the Facebook Live winners will get this card. So maybe if you share and type shared in YouTube, I will send a card, maybe not this one, but you'll win a card. And so I'll have to figure out how to do that. Maybe I might make 2 of them, and then do one for Facebook and one for YouTube. I have to think about that, but we'll see if that works out for me or not. I'm not sure. So I want to say thank you very much. So if you did enjoy this, share this on your timeline. That way you're getting my name out there, and so you'll get entered 2 times. So I will be back on Sunday after 5 o'clock, and I will be doing my virtual cards. So I'll have 4 cards to share with you on Sunday. Thank you very much. I hope you have a great rest of your weekend, and happy stamping.